As soon as the phone rang, Jenny's heart skipped a beat. It was her long-distance lover Mark, calling from halfway across the world. "Hey love," he said, his voice crackling through the static. "How are you?" Jenny smiled, closing her eyes and imagining Noah's face. "I miss you," she said. "When are you coming back?" Mark hesitated, his voice suddenly strained. "About that," he said slowly. "I've been thinking. Maybe it's time for me to stay here a little longer." Jenny's heart sank. "What are you talking about?" Mark took a deep breath. "I've been offered a job," he said. "A really good one, and I think I want to take it." Jenny felt a lump forming in her throat. "But what about us?" she asked, her voice trembling. Mark hesitated again. "I don't know," he said, "but I do know that I love you, and I want to make this work." For the next few days, Jenny felt like she was floating in a dream. She couldn't believe that Mark was really going to stay so far away from her. But then she remembered something that he had said to her once. Love is worth fighting for. Determined to make it work, Jenny threw herself into her work and her hobbies, trying to keep herself busy while Mark was away. Every night they would talk on the phone for hours, sharing their hopes and dreams and trying to keep the spark alive. But as the weeks turned into months, Jenny began to feel a growing sense of unease. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong, that Mark was keeping something from her. One day, she decided to confront him. "What's going on?" she asked. "Why won't you tell me what's really going on?" Mark hesitated, his voice barely audible. "I don't know how to say this," he said finally, "but there's something I need to tell you, something that's been keeping me up at night." Jenny held her breath, her heart pounding in her chest. "I have cancer," Mark said quietly, "and the treatment is here. I don't want to leave you, but I have to fight this." Jenny felt tears welling up in her eyes. "I'll be there for you," she said firmly, every step of the way. From that day on, Jenny became Mark's rock. She supported him through every round of chemotherapy, every setback and every victory. And even though they were separated by thousands of miles, they felt closer than ever. In the end, Mark beat the cancer, and when he finally came home, Jenny was there waiting for him, with open arms and a heart full of love. They knew that they had been through something that would bind them together forever, that no distance, no obstacle could ever break their bond.